I've been getting a lot of interest in identifying birds, so today I'm going to talk to you about 3 resources that can help you get started. The first is a free app called Merlin. You can download it as well as a pack specific to birds that you'll find in your state or region. And then once you're ready to identify an individual bird, Merlin will ask you a series of very simple questions and then give you a list of likely bird candidates. The first question that you'll be asked is where and when you saw the bird, as in what time of year, where exactly were you in the state or region that you said that you live in. Second, you'll be asked the basic size of the bird, and then you'll be asked about colors that you saw on the bird's body, and finally you'll be asked where the bird was. So was it in a tree? Was it on a telephone wire? Was it wading in a pond? All of these activities and habitats that we might associate with birds can tell us a lot about what kind of bird it was. And finally, when you get your list of birds that it could have been, you can go through and look at the photos of them. They also have audio recordings that you can listen to see if you can identify any sounds that you might have heard. And once you find the bird, if you do, you'll click on That's My Bird, and it helps improve the algorithm and the technology so that we can use it more effectively in the future. The second resource that I want to tell you about is called BirdNet. It's another free app that you can download either on Google Play or the Apple Store, and that one is for recording audio that you hear. You can do this in real time. You can be outside your house or even inside. I have recorded birds through my window and been able to identify them based on their song or their call. And then if the sound quality is good enough and if there isn't extraneous noise, you're likely to get a more precise result. Sometimes I get a result that says, this is not a bird. You might be hearing a squirrel or a human or the dog barking upstairs, and you might think it's a bird, but then realize, maybe not. It's another excellent resource to try. And then the third one that I want to tell you about is a website. It's basically an online field guide. Paper field guides are a great resource too. You can flip through them and put sticky notes and make comments on the margins. However, a lot of us don't have access to libraries or bookstores right now, so I highly recommend this online field guide, which is allaboutbirds.org. It's run by the Cornell Lab of Ornithology. I particularly like this one because you can look up birds by family or by shape. So maybe you saw something that you're pretty sure was a woodpecker, but you don't know what all the names of woodpeckers are, so you don't want to just search for woodpecker because there are some, like yellow-bellied sapsuckers, that are in the woodpecker family, but they don't have the name woodpecker in their species. So you can browse by shape, or if you look up a species or click on a species, you'll be taken to an overview page, which will give you a set of pictures to look at and sometimes video and recordings, as well as a range map and some information about behavior. And then if you click on ID info, I particularly like this feature, you can get a set of similar birds that might be confused with this species. So for example, if I'm looking at the red-bellied woodpecker page, and if I go to the ID info tab, I can see that there's a set of other woodpeckers that might be confused with this species, and I can click on red-headed woodpecker, for example, and it will pull up a side-by-side, and I can see the two birds next to each other, as well as a sentence or two about key features or behaviors that can help me distinguish between them. So I will definitely put those links for those 3 resources in the information section under the video. And please feel free to reach out to me if you have questions about identification or about using any of these resources. It's one of my favorite things to do. So see you next time. Have fun out there.